A surprise to many customers of a local fast food franchise, Beef-A-Roo locations throughout Rockford suddenly closed their doors Monday. Outside the location along Auburn Street, an orange sign from the Illinois Department of Revenue reports that the business's certificate of registration expired. A separate sign on the restaurant's drive-through window indicates that the location was temporarily closed. In a statement released within the last half hour, Beef-A-Roo says they're working to resolve the issue and plan to reopen locations by tonight if possible, with full reopening set for tomorrow. In a statement, the Illinois Revenue Department tells WIFR in part that it cannot divulge particulars regarding the compliance of a business, but in general, to be open and operate legally, the business must be in full compliance or have a department-approved payment plan.